Welcome to the 2015-16 NCAA Wrestling Weight Management Program and Medical Information Presentation. I'm Ron Beechler, NCAA Weight Management Program Liaison. The following slides are intended to update the wrestling medical personnel on wrestling rules and interpretations that pertain to the medical staff at each wrestling institution. Wrestling Rule 1.8. For tournaments, it is recommended that 2 chairs for coaches be placed in each of the restricted red and green zones. A chair is recommended to be placed behind the coaches for a credentialed medical person. Wrestling Rule 1.14. Any protective equipment which is hard and or abrasive shall be covered and properly padded with high-density foam. Wrestling Rule 6.1.2. Calling timeout. The referee shall not start the injury timeout or referee timeout clock until medical personnel are at the mat and start the evaluation. This is an interpretation and reminder to all referees. In some situations at tournaments, medical personnel may not be located mat side, and is a reminder that the referee shall not start the injury time until medical personnel are at the mat and start the evaluation. Wrestling Rule 6.1.2. A new interpretation of Rule 6.1.2 is that coaching of the non-injured wrestler is permitted during an injury timeout. The new interpretation does not allow a coach to coach the injured wrestler while medical personnel are assessing or caring for an injury. In the case of a severe or traumatic situation, medical personnel may request the participant's coach to assist in the calming of the wrestler, but the coach must remove themselves from the situation during any assessment period related to the injury or concussion evaluation.
Set. Trainer. Start the injury time. Officials, a new clarification under injury time for the 2015-16 season is that you will not start the injury time until medical personnel has arrived to assist the injured wrestler. If the medical personnel is down on different mats, you must wait till they get to the mat before you signal the start of injury time.
A concussion evaluation timeout is a new rule added to Rule 6.15 that was instituted after the printing of the current 2015-17 NCAA Wrestling Rules and Interpretation book. The concussion evaluation timeout was a recommendation from medical personnel in attendance at the NCAA Sports Science Institute Wrestling Summit held this past summer. The concussion evaluation timeout states that in the case of a possible concussion, the referee shall stop the match for a concussion evaluation. The medical staff shall have unlimited and unimpeded time to evaluate the participant. In cases of uncertainty, the medical staff shall be granted the ability to remove the participant from the wrestling area to perform the concussion evaluation. During the evaluation, the match will be suspended until a decision is rendered. The referee, the coaches of both participants, and the non-injured wrestlers are to remain on the mat. A concussion evaluation timeout shall not count toward the contestant's injury timeout or recovery timeout. Coaching of the contestant being evaluated is not permitted. As per Rule 6.1.2 interpretation, coaches shall not coach a student athlete during a concussion evaluation timeout and may not be present during any portion of the medical assessment.
Wrestler set. Good time. What's up?
We may have a concussion.
We got a concussion timeout.
Wrestling Rule 8.1.1. As a reminder to all assessors, if a student athlete joins the team after the first official practice, that student is not able to practice until an assessment has been done and the coach has accepted that assessment in the OPC system. Wrestling Rule 8.2.3. As a certified medical professional, it is your responsibility to conduct the weight management certification with particular vigilance to the administration of the hydration test. If you discover any improprieties or manipulation of the urine sample by the student athlete, it is your professional responsibility to report the incident. Wrestling Rule 8.2.4. Each assessor shall retain a copy of each student athlete's individual assessment data that was collected for the certification process. This data should be stored and kept for at least 1 year. Wrestling Rule 8.3.1. As a reminder to all assessors, you shall enter the assessment data into the NWCA OPC system within 5 days of collection, or the data will be invalid and the student athlete must be reassessed. Wrestling Rule 8.4. There are clearly health and safety risks involved in cutting weight outside the designated weight management protocol. The weight loss rules are in place to help protect the safety and well-being of the student athlete. If you, as a certified athletic trainer, become aware that an individual wrestler or team members are engaging in unsafe weight loss, including improper weight assessment procedures or weight reduction procedures outside of the approved weight management protocol, which may lead to dehydration, heat stress, and catastrophic outcomes, please contact me immediately at 567-674-5133. If you have any questions or need clarification on any weight management issues, please contact me, Ron Beechler, NCAA Weight Management Program Liaison, at r-beechler@onu.edu, or my cell 567-674-5133.